Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about two different subjects. We're talking about friends and traveling. Okay, one thing I want to talk about first is meeting the right friends over here. A lot of the people that you meet over here, and sometimes I walk through the mall, I've mentioned this before, you walk to the mall and you say hi to somebody and they don't even acknowledge that you exist. And those are the type of people you want to stay away from usually. There's a lot of toxic expats in the Philippines, and you got to kind of pick and choose who your friends are over here. And if you don't have a positive attitude over here, you're not going to survive over here. It's just the way it is. There's a lot of expats over here that stay positive about things, and they kind of, those are the survivors over here. If you go through tough times and you come through and you're all negative because of those tough times, you really didn't make it through then, did you? Because you didn't come through as the same person that went in, a different person came out. The survivors are the people that go through these problems and issues in life, and what happens is they come through the other end and they're still smiling and happy and positive. Those are the true people that make it. And it's the same thing over here. The people that make it over here are the people that keep on pushing through the issues that you're going to encounter in the Philippines. And you'll encounter many issues, over here. And the friends that you make are going to be the ones that make or break you, over here, because it's just the way it is. Kind of, if you're hanging around with the wrong people over here, you're just not going to survive over here. You got to hang around with people that are survivors and positive, good people. There's a lot of good people. It's one thing I can honestly say about Tracy Martirez is we have a good, small group of expats here, and we have a lot more people coming in. And I see we have a guy here, Brooke, that calls me, a real positive attitude, real nice guy. He's moving here. We got Nathan moving here. We got my friend Rick. He's moving here, and a lot of other people are talking about coming to this area. And one thing I noticed is they have a really good positive attitude. Those are the ones that are going to make it here. Those are the ones that are going to survive, and those are the ones I want around me. If people have a negative attitude, I try to tell them don't come. When I'm talking to them on the phone, I tell them, if they say, my life sucks, and I really don't like the Philippines that much, but it's like it's another choice, and I want to get out of here, and I just want to be with my girlfriend there, and and everything sucks, and I tell them, dude, if you're gonna come over here with that negativity on your soul, it's just like, it's not gonna work. You got to get past all that and move on, and then come over here. You got to kind of unload all that baggage off your back. And a lot of people don't comprehend that for whatever reason. They don't get it, because they're thinking like that they're going to move to another place, and that place is going to make them happy. Then that place doesn't make them happy. Then they move on to another place. And we've talked about this subject before, way back. It's just, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work that way. Another place is not going to make you happy. If you carry baggage with you, that baggage is still on your back. It's still there, and eventually it's all going to come out. It's going to come out at one time or another. You have to have a different outlook and carry that different outlook with you. But anyway, enough of that. I want to talk about traveling today for the most part. I want to make kind of double up on this video a little bit. And traveling in the Philippines, let me tell you something, especially in my area right here, is great. Because for cheap money, I can travel everywhere. I can travel up to Manila, jump on a plane, and fly someplace else. I can jump down to Batangas. I can catch a bus down there. Boom, jump on a ferry and go over to Mindoro. I can jump on 2 jeepney rides away. I'm over in Tagaytay. I can jump on a van and I can go over to Alabang, and I can be at some beautiful, malls that are very Western style malls, and Western foods and Western restaurants over there, in a really high-class neighborhood, too, where I feel really, much more at home there than like a rundown market or something like that. If I really want to get away from the Philippine feel, and I want to get into something different, like a Western-style feel, but I still want to be around Filipino people, that's the place to go. I go to the Alabang, one of the Alabang malls, and there's many of them. There's the Metro Mall, I think it is, and the Festival Mall, and there's many more over there. There's a lot of places to do shopping over there. Or I can run over to Tagaytay and I can go shopping over there. There's tons of shopping over there. There's, tons of restaurants over there. Tagaytay is a good trip. If I want to kind of get away from it a little bit, I can go over to Indang. But, I can jump on a bus and go up to Manila, and all these trips are relatively cheap. That's the best part. It's really cool because that's one of the things I tell people about my area. Being in the middle of everything is the perfect place to be for me. That's why I tell people, if you're in General Trias, you're in Tracy, you're in Dasma, are they the perfect towns? No, they're not. Is it the perfect for travel? Yes. Do they have a lot of good things here? Yes, they do. But is it perfect? No, it's not. But it's better than most places here. And the price is what gets you. That's what gets you here. But not just that. Like I said, the travel. Like I said, I could walk up the street here, jump on a bus, and be in Manila in an hour and a half, whatever it takes, depending on the traffic. I can, like I said, I can go over to Alabang in a van, be there like in 40 to 50 minutes or an hour, depending on traffic and stuff like that. They usually take the back roads in a van. They're over there like snap quick, really, really fast, and they're really, really good. But one of the things that I like about here is like when I want to go down to the resort, Ten's Oasis. I mean, it doesn't cost me much to get there, and I can stay overnight, use the pool. I can get good Chinese food there. It's one of the few places I actually like Chinese food. It's probably the only place in the Philippines where they have decent Chinese food. That and Panda Express up in Manila. Panda Express has good food up there. We have like a weird bird or weird. It sounds like a cat that's getting tortured or something like that, but it's not a cat. I don't know what it is, but it's a bird. It sounds like a really strange bird. It's really strange. Anyway, I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but anyway, like around here, that's the best thing about living in Tracy. I like Tracy better than Dasma, and I like Tracy better than General Trias for several reasons, because of the fact that I can travel quick. If I'm in General Trias and I'm living in a gated community, I have to take a tricycle or a jeepney to go catch a bus, and by then, when you jump on the bus, usually the bus is already packed full of people and you got to stand up. And it kind of sucks, to be honest with you. It's almost worth it for you to take a jeepney back to Tracy, catch a bus in Tracy, because you're going to get a good seat up towards the front. You're not going to be compacted on the bus, and then leave from here. That's how bad it is. So that's why I say Tracy is like a key location for travel. So for you guys that are looking for a good place to move, and you got a good positive attitude, Tracy Martirez, man, is the place to go. We're not close to the ocean, but we're close enough to where you can get to the ocean. Like I said, you can get away for the weekend. You can stay at some of the places, the resorts down there. They're reasonable, they're cheap. There's a couple of places down there, and use the pools down there. And there's some places in town here. I just checked yesterday. They're not open right now, but they have a pool you can use. Okay, and you can go up there and pay so much a day to use their pool. Okay, they probably will be opening soon. We're actually looking into it. When they do open, I'll do a video of that and I'll show you guys. But I just want to talk a little bit about this today, because my location is not the only location like mine. But my street is a very unusual street. Okay, and it's the bypass here in Tracy. Okay, it's the Jeepney bypass, and it's the Alex Lubigan bypass. Okay, and it's a great street to find an apartment on. Now, we have 4 apartments being built up the street here, and for anybody that's looking to move here, those 4 apartments would be worth. It'd be worth getting in touch with these people down the street. And if anybody wants me to contact them and they're serious about moving here, it may be worth putting a deposit on those places and grabbing one of those. And while they're being built, have them put in an American toilet and have them put in a shower head for you. And that'll be, now's the time to grab those apartments. And they're not the biggest apartments. They're really made for kind of like 1 or 2 people, and that's about it. But it is near the road. It's a little bit noisy because of the road, but I mean, because that's closer to the road. It's on the same street as me, but I live back off the road where you have to walk down a walkway. So I live in a nice, quiet area here. We're actually considering, with the exception of the one next to me, eventually probably trying to, like get another apartment here. And I'm gonna probably move my daughter over there because I like it here, you know. And eventually, I might actually try to lease some land around here and put an above ground pool in, you know, and just make it my own little like oasis here because I like it that much here. You know, I've made it my home here. I kind of want to stay here. I'm not sure whether I really want to move to a 3 or 4 bedroom. When my friend gets over here, you know, then I'll probably end up moving then. But I can get a cheap above ground pool. It'll last me like 2 or 3 years till he comes or whatever. And, you know, that's all I need, you know, and I'll be happy. You know, as long as I have a pool I can dive in every day and have a little fun, you know, that's all I need. And I'm all set, you know. But for you guys that are thinking about moving, think about your travel. Your travel's important. If you move to a place that's really out in the middle of nowhere and there's no buses and there's no jeepneys that will really get you out of where you want to, where you are, your life is going to be kind of tough, you know. A lot of people think of the Philippines as, oh, I'm going to be living on the beach like some of these guys in these videos and stuff like that. Those places are expensive. They're expensive. Some of those places are expensive and they're hard to get out of because it's hard to get a ride out of there unless you hire a car or you have your own car or something like that. Then it's a whole different ball game. But driving here is a game all by itself, and it's not a game that I choose to play. You know, it's not something I really want to get involved with. But anyway, guys, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to get ready to go to Ace Hardware here. We're going to, because of the rainy season here, we're getting a lot of kind of black mold growing outside of our place on the cement here. It's getting really black. I don't know if it's mold or what it is. But I want to clean it up and kind of make it look nice here. And I want to get a pressure washer and a hose and all that stuff and just be, you know, stay on top of everything here and make it look good. But anyway, guys, God bless. Take care.